How much do we intentionally put everything else aside because he's the one we want to focus on? How often do we go to bed, lay in bed at night, and the very last thing we do before we go to sleep is think about him? That's the challenge, that's the struggle. But if we are earnest and intentional about developing those habits, communication first, little short, quick little bursts, okay? We can tweet and Twitter and Facebook and do all these other things. We can do it with God. Okay? Not hard. Not hard. Any social media that you're on, try it again this week. Anything that you're on, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, whatever, stop. As soon as you get done posting and sending just a quick little something, okay? Develop that constant communication with him. Then he's going to begin to ask you to do things. And then you're going to develop this desire for him. Then all of a sudden, that one day in those courts turns into two, which turns into 4, which turns into a week, which turns into a month. Then all of a sudden we're doing life with God and we don't even realize it, but that's just who we are. Okay? Psalm 84:10, one more time. Psalm 84:10, one more time. A single day in your courts is better than 1,000 anywhere else. I would rather be a gatekeeper in the house of my God than to live the good life in the homes of the wicked. Okay. Now, this week, hard week for me personally. Thursday morning, and again, I told you guys how God intentionally teaches me. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't like it. And he did it again this week. I get up Thursday morning, get ready to work on my lesson for today. Quiet in the house, everybody's sleeping. And I literally just finished what we just talked about. Okay, I'm just kind of recapping my thoughts, getting ready to get into where he was leading me to go this week. And as I'm sitting at my dining room table, I look in the reflection of my window, which then I can see my neighbor's house, which is Chuck Miller. And all of a sudden I see ambulance lights. And I thought, well, they're probably going to the corner because there's an elderly lady that lives there and they go there all the time, so that's probably where they're going. But they weren't moving. And I thought, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. So I literally, for a minute, I put my headphones back in and I thought, not dealing with it. Not gonna deal with it. Need to get back into God's Word. Need to get prepped for Sunday. Headphones out, set them down, got up, walked over to my window and looked outside, and there sat the ambulance, the fire truck, and I thought, what am I going to do? Nobody up. I thought, well, you got to get your shoes on. So, pajama pants, hoodie, put my tennis shoes on, and off I go. And I knew in my spirit, I knew what I was going to find over there. I knew what it was. I saw our other neighbor, he had just got in the house. Walked in, he's sitting there with Joy, Chuck's wife. And I just looked at Dale and I went. He just shook his head. So I walked through the kitchen and I looked on the bedroom floor, and all I saw was from here down to Chuck. And I knew that he wasn't there anymore. And I thought, Chuck was one of those guys that, there's just no way. He's just one of those guys that was just always around. He was 54 years old, wasn't sick. He was a knucklehead. He was part of the original Hogs. He knew everybody. This was the kind of guy that you just knew that would be around forever and ever and ever. And there he lay. And I said, Joy, what happened? She goes, he was making a gurgling sound at 5:30. I thought he was snoring. I nudged him. I told him to be quiet. I got up, fixed coffee. He slept longer than what I thought. Went back in there, nudged him. Nothing. Called 911.